Hello, let's make connections. What do we have today? Let's find out. Old-fashioned and cocktail? I mean, an old-fashioned is an example of a cocktail, so that might be misdirection. I don't know, but historical and literary, historical fiction, literary fiction, speculative fiction, and young adult fiction. Okay, that's got to be a category. These are categories of fiction that you might see at a. But well, I don't know. I was going to say a bookstore. You don't really see a speculative fiction. They would just call that science fiction, probably. But anyway, these are descriptors of types of novels. Say, um, I think that's got to be right. What else might we see? Oh, skinny. Is that you could have like a skinny gin and tonic or something? I'm wondering if there's something going on with cocktails, but I'm not quite sure what. Oh, Collins. Huh. There's something. There's either something going on with cocktails or there's a pretty extensive red herring, which is entirely possible because there are four of these so far that I've seen. So this could be just a bunch of misdirection, which is that definitely happens. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Sun and flare? Don't really know what that's about. Farewell. Don't know what that's about either. Farewell. I'm really curious about that one. Let's see anything related to that. I'm sure I'm obviously missing something because something it's related to three other things in here, in fact. Right. Okay. Huh. It's possible that these, because shot, I hadn't been considering that as part of the cocktail thing because obviously a shot isn't a cocktail, but you could have a shot glass and a Collins glass. So a shot glass obviously is a little glass for a shot. A Collins glass is a tall, thin glass for cocktails of that format. A cocktail glass, or I don't know, would you call it a cocktail glass? But anyway, that's like that would be like a martini glass. I would probably call that. And then similarly, an old-fashioned glass, you could call it that. I would call that a rocks glass, like a tumbler. But it's definitely also known as an old-fashioned glass. Similarly with cocktail, it's not necessarily the terminology I would use, but it's also known by that. So you could have a Collins glass, a cocktail glass, an old-fashioned glass, or a shot glass, and this would be drinkware for serving different formats of drinks, essentially. So that's something. So we've got that, and then we've got historical, literary, speculative. Oh, and young adult. Okay, so if those are right, what does that leave me with? Oh, boy, I just do not see what's going on with the rest of those. Farewell. I don't know why that one is so. I mean, farewell and flare. All of the letters in flare are also contained within the letters in farewell. There's no way that that's. There's no way that's anything. No, there's absolutely not. There aren't any other examples of that. I don't know what's going on with this, obviously. Um, huh. Farewell. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to start putting things in the grid. Let's try it. Oh, that was purple. Didn't expect that. Blank glass glassware. The awkward category, but yeah, that is it. Okay, on this one I'm very confident about. Literary, young adult, speculative, historical. Yeah, that was green. Okay, so no reverse rainbow for me today. That's fine. Let's just get this thing solved. What is going on with these? Boyfriend, mom, old man. I mean, just people with whom you have a relationship of some kind, but there's no fourth one there. It doesn't. And you know what? I don't even think it can be. It could be that son is a homophone. Well, no, it doesn't make sense for son to be a homophone of a family member because, mom, for instance, isn't a homophone. So never mind. Um, I was going to say it doesn't make sense because we've already done the purple, but that doesn't even matter. Okay. Bell and flare, like flared jeans and bell bottoms. Kind of this sort of similar thing. Mom jeans. Is there any way that that's something? Skinny jeans. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on with this. As you can tell, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to start guessing, and I don't have any great ideas. Is there any way that that's right? Maybe jeans specifically, skinny jeans, mom jeans. Is boyfriend jeans a thing? Flare. The thing with bell is bell bottoms, but I don't think bell jeans is something. If these were something, would old man's son farewell and bell mean anything? What? Are they lyrics to or something like that? They seem so disconnected that I'm just. Farewell and bell rhyme, so maybe they're sort of alternating lines that rhyme with each other. I don't know. I might have to try this. I just don't know what. That was right. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, that was the yellow one too. Give me a break. Okay, fine. So what's this? This has got to be sort of a poem or lyrics or something. I don't know. I wonder if I'm going to recognize this. I don't know what this is. Oh, they're words in Hemingway titles. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, fine. Um, so what? Um, what is the bell? Why can I not think what that is? Farewell to arms, the old man in the sea, the sun also rises. Why can I not bring to mind the bell? That's frustrating. Uh, for whom the bell tolls. Okay, so let's check the bot. Very tricky compared with recent connections. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better, at least. Let's see. So 2 points for purple first. That's nice, I guess. So let's see. Yeah, words in Hemingway titles. That was the tough one for sure today. Kind of jeans. Look at that. Wow, I tanked that. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I was less familiar with boyfriend jeans. I guess the rest of these were more apparent to me, anyway. So nearly half of people got that first. The glassware, about a third of us um, saw that first. My first one is fiction categories, which slightly under a quarter of people saw first, and then it was the glassware for me. So these were kind of in reverse order, I guess, for me. And then, of course, Hemingway titles was last. Okay, jean styles, yeah, including Bell. That was my first thought as well, but it just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't say Bell jeans. Loved ones, yeah, I thought about that as well, but again, it just seemed odd. Mom, old man, young adult, boyfriend. Oh, and I already had young adult ruled out. So, but that's also weird. That's not a loved one in the same way. Old-fashioned skinny cocktail shot. Yeah, I did kind of think about that in that you could have a skinny version of a cocktail. Um, Historical, old-fashioned, literary, speculative. I didn't create a description for these guesses. I think it's just looking for. I think these people were thinking about archaic in some way, and speculative doesn't quite fit that. But you know, book words, historical, literary, young adult, Collins. That's funny. Collins is a dictionary. I wonder if that's what was going on there. That's very, very funny guess. I like that. All right. Well, anyway, that was a tricky. I thought that was a tricky connections. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.